With the construction of the USS Bayern completed to make this vessel spaceworthy, the crew of the newly built Intrepid Class vessel are assembling at DS-17. While engineering staff on the station are finishing up the final touches, the crew of the Quasar find themselves in some unexpected shore leave after their near brush with fate. Lieutenant Quinix Trill and the mystery of the Trill child that the station now finds themselves in the care of has gone cold. Vogel, becoming somewhat Kegu's guardian for the time being, she also gets a chance to catch up with a friend from the academy. The station medical staff finds themselves in a rush to finish the physicals for the crew for the Bayern before her launch. And with that, we'll start at the operations office.
Arif is presently. Is it what time of day are we? Or is it just the beginning of the day?
Just the beginning of the day.
All right, so Arif is on coffee number 6 as he's kind of ignoring the console and the kind of the to-do list, and instead favoring just kind of puttering along the walls of his office, muttering to himself and still looking sharply at the floor where there's supposed to be a rug.
Let's go with that. Door chime. At your office, Arif. No, you're currently not being heard.
Apparently he's not answering the door.
I think I heard something.
Hello?
Yes, heard you there.
Okay. So did you hear anything that I've said since we started?
I heard the coffee bit. You've been up for long hours, and then that was really about it.
Oh, okay. Well, as the door chimes, I'll say enter.
Your yeoman comes in. Good morning, Commander. Here is today's briefing. Have you been up all night, sir?
Some of it. Just listen, just put the pad on the desk. I'll get to it in a couple minutes. Is there anything I need to know?
The USS course is on schedule to arrive later this sometime around noon. Other than that, everything's on schedule. The Admiral did give you the schedule for the Byron is on schedule for the installation of, at least in the key areas, for the hollow emitters that you suggested to the Admiral.
Excellent. Listen, staff that out to Vogel, but keep me apprised.
Understood, sir.
Is there anything else?
No, sir.
All right, go. I'm sorry, dismissed. As she kind of hits the threshold, I'm gonna kind of softly say, Yeoman,
Sir?
through grit teeth, I'm gonna say, I apologize, Yeoman. Nothing to do with you. Carry on.
Understood, sir.
And as she leaves, I'm gonna go back to my pacing. Kind of half ignoring the pad on my desk.
Meanwhile, at operation centers, I'm assuming Vogel has been on station for, or at least at her post for a little bit.
Yep. Yeah, if it's during duty shift, yeah, that's where she'd be.
Yeah. It's early in the morning, so it's just sort of the start of the day. The communication officer speaks up. Lieutenant Vogel, we're receiving a transmission from the Klingon vessel, the Jakortha.
Go ahead and open the channel.
Deep Space 17, this is the Jakortha. We're requesting permission to dock soon. We are currently towing a merchant vessel we found stranded in a subspace eddy. They've taken on severe damage and will need immediate assistance.
Understood. And Vogel will find an open docking ring and have security dispatched and engineering team standing by.
Kapla. And they've closed the channel.
Who's the security person? Is that Quix?
No.
I believe you promoted Simon to that role at present. I think he's the highest ranking one.
Well, okay. Ops to Lieutenant Simon.
For anyone who wants to play the supporting character.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is who Garibaldi helmed last time, right?
Yeah, it gets a little confusing when security and intelligence ends up trying to do the same thing. I was trying to avoid those schizophrenic again.
I can do that. This is Simon.
Lieutenant, we have a Klingon ship about to dock in docking bay, blah, 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 blah. And please ensure the security details present, as well as the civilian merchant ship inbound.
Understood, sir. We'll be on it. I'll keep you up to date.
Thank you. Ops out.
And Simon will check the duty roster and see who's in the area and ready to go, and send them and dispatch them. And then have a junior officer. Oh, he is a junior officer. Have one of the ensigns take over, and then he'll go to the docking ring himself, armed appropriately with a Type 2.
Okay. So you assemble a security team and you head down to the docking ring. So where they're bringing in the merchant vessel and the Klingons are docking theirs.
I kind of look nonchalant. We don't want to promote these guys.
my castle.
That's right. I don't know. Just figure it out.
Do you wish to do a scan on anything, or what else are you guys wanting to do?
Well, I would imagine
Security.
the science person would be doing that as soon as they got within range.
They're fairly close enough in range that you can get some preliminary scans on the least merchant vessel and the Klingon vessel if you wanted to.
Yeah, I mean, there's some things I am assuming that Ops is just going to do when ships get within range. I would imagine scanning incoming vessels is one of them.
Oh, then I will just give this to you as it is at diff 0, but Lieutenant Vogel, the merchant vessel appears to be designated the Yanzi. It appears to be a Solarian vessel. They appear to have taken on some quite substantial hull damage and structure and damage to their structure.
Contents of their cargo?
Some of it's shielded, but it appears to be medical supplies.
Right. Go ahead and have engineering teams standing by.
Understood.
Ops to Dr. Mountain.
Oh, for most?
Doctor, we have a damaged vessel incoming. It appears to be a Solarian vessel. Please have 6 Bay standing by in case there are any injuries.
We will. I can't do anything about the ship, but I can definitely help those who might be injured. I'll have my staff ready.
Thanks, Doc. Ops out.
Have a good one. Doc, of course, gets ready to meet them where Lieutenant Vogel mentioned. Lieutenant Commander Vogel mentioned.
Yeah, and Vogel will make sure the security teams and the engineering teams are ready and in place. And we'll give clearance to Doc. And sensing that the commander is in a rather unpleasant mood, she will just send a status update to his computer about the Klingons and the Solarian vessel docking. You know, he needn't worry himself with that.
Sorry, I was typing these one up to Quinix. The Solarian vessel message you that sends a message, over subspace to you stating that they currently have their injured taken care of, but they do need some repair work done, and they're hoping to get this done right away because they need to deliver the medical supplies to the Unearthian homeworld.
Yep, I'm just gonna cross-reference their flight plan, just make sure all that checks out. And yeah, the engineering team should already be dispatched. So
give me reason con difficulty 1 for that.
Take a threat. I'll try to generate some momentum here.
I do like threat.
Stellar cartography.
Do you have astronavigation?
I have astrophysics.
I'll take stellar cartography at an increased complication.
Yeah, why not? Station assist.
Computers con. You do get a reroll.
Yeah, I gotta see what the station rolls first.
Computers.
You got it.
Computer.
I'll take my reroll.
3 momentum generated. You look at the flight plan that the Yanzi, or well, Yanzi. Sorry, it's randomly generated names. So the vessel, he took tried to take a more direct path from his original destination from Kate to the Unearthing homeworld, and he skimmed very closely to the Ebon Expanse near the location that the Quasar was in distress at.
What was that?
Their vessel, the merchant vessel, traveled very close to the Ebon Expanse within the sort of hazard zone that you've designated. And you can only surmise that they fell victim to a similar circumstance that the Quasar did the other day. Well, after you rescued them. Oh, before you rescued them. Sorry.
So so it looks like they got caught up in one of the eddies.
Yeah, it would appear that they got caught up in one of those eddies, and
Okay.
the Klingon vessel rescued them. So,
yeah, I'm just making sure their flight path matches where they say they're going. You know,
it does. It's everything's in the up and up. They are registered that they will have shielded cargo because of some of the medications that they're carrying. And in the
as long as nothing looks out of the ordinary, we'll let the engineers do what they do best and send them on their way. And I'll just mutter to kind of whisper the Burke, it's too early to be this busy.
A busy day makes for a quick day.
Longest day ever.
I'm not a morning person. I need to switch to nights. And yeah, Vogel will just keep on monitoring the station. Keep going through the status reports. And yeah, if the Klingons aren't requesting anything, the Klingons are allies, so grant them shore leave and access to the station.
The Klingons acknowledge they'll only be staying for a short while. The ambassador has some unfinished business on the station. At least with the further acknowledgement. Like, they're not, they're getting ready, they're pretty much putting their ship on standby and they're getting ready to head out at a moment's notice, essentially.
Yeah, really just making sure they don't want to be meted and greeted by anybody. It's really what I was.
They didn't request it. They just requested, docking. They're going to offload their ambassador and then they'll be probably heading out shortly.
Yep. Oh. If they're unloading an ambassador, I'm going to have the ambassador's office meet him.
He's been to the station already before, so...
Oh, okay. Okay, never mind.
And Garibaldi's already arranged quarters for him.
Yeah, he never took you up on that offer, though, so...
And now that he's being dropped off, he's going to need a place to stay.
I mean, I think he's only staying for a short while, so.
Yeah, then I won't take any further action with the Klingons other than informing the security, which I already did, that they'll be here.
One second.
And
guys.
Vogel's going to go to the replicator and get herself a spot of tea. Because it is too early for this work.
Yeah, so any bit of free roleplay you guys wish to do, you can before we go to the next scene.
I would say that Garibaldi is probably somewhere in the civilian area. He's probably with a pad, reviewing the latest intelligence dispatches. But he's probably sitting in a coffee bar or something with his back to a wall and wearing civilian clothing, just keeping an ear out and listening while he's updating himself in the latest dispatches. I would say that unless he's doing something official, Garibaldi probably almost never wears a uniform.
The
Itchy.
I guess you would be notified that the only other vessel that is scheduled to arrive today is the USS Kuros, which is just a Sydney class transport vessel coming out of Starbase Aegis.
Personnel or equipment transport?
Personnel.
Then Garibaldi just review the manifest of the ship, see if any names jump out at him. See if anything raises a red flag, as it were.
Insight. Let's make this, I guess, security or con difficulty 1.
I'll give you a threat just so I get no reroll for bold. Let's see if I can get a complication. Reroll to 0. Nope.
You gain a momentum.
Any official notice of that person coming on board? And I feel like I'm out of the loop. Is that person no longer a Starfleet captain? Well, I will see if I can't arrange for a coincidentally run into them.
Okay.
Or do I know the other two? Or does the station's facial recognition software identify them? We'll just make a point of accidentally running into them and saying hi.
Okay. Did you get my message, Vogel?
Yeah, I gotta read it. Yeah.
Dr. Mountain, if you want, we can push over to sick bay if you want to get a few the Byron's I guess I would say physicals out of the way.
Yeah, let's we can do that.
One of the engineers from the Byron comes to report. I'm told to report to you, Doctor, for a physical before I am transferred over to the Byron.
Yes, follow me. And sit right over here. Thank you. Go ahead and just relax, and you've done this before, so Nurse Frola. Nurse, will you
Yes,
grab?
doctor.
Yes, will you grab a couple of more tricorders and have them ready? I expect a influx of crew to come in for their mandatory physicals. So if we can line them up appropriately, or so I can get to the thorough job of doing this process. Okay, it's not always fun, but it's necessary. Go ahead, relax, lie down a little bit for a second here, and I'll do my scan. Thank you, nurse. Brother.
Reason plus medicine, difficulty 0.
I don't know.
I'm just checking for a complication.
I understand. I'll fish for some. I'll take 1 momentum, but I don't have a focus, obviously. Routine physical focus.
Which generates 4 momentum. This crew member seems to be in excellent health. Nothing really.
Actually, can I spend that and one other to create sort of an advantage to make this a streamlined process, sort of thing?
Sure, you can get 2 out of the way per scan you do.
Perfect.
Yeah, this person, the first up, he seems to be in excellent condition. For the second one, they are physically fit for duty, but they need to relax on their caffeine intake.
I see you hit the rectogenial like I do some days. You're doing great. You're both doing well. Go ahead. What was the first one? It's an ensign? Is that right? Or,
the other one was a crewman.
go ahead, ensign, and you're fit for duty. I will make sure the paperwork goes through before you embark. Thank you for your patience.
Thank you, sir.
Crewman, I want to chat with you for a second. I know it's really important to stay active and motivated and focused, but perhaps decreasing the amount of stimulant that you intake per day, at least for the now. And we'll check later. But otherwise, take it easy on that stuff. It can be pretty good, but get kind of jittery and you don't want to hit something on your controls or anything. You know what I mean? Anyway, so just keep it easy, and we'll see how it goes for a week, and then we'll go from there.
Well, I won't be seeing you for a week, Doctor. I'll be out in the middle of nowhere.
Great. Then it will have to be the honor system then. So I will have you come in when you return. Good luck on your journeys.
Thank you, sir.
Of course.
Like, how am I supposed to not drink my coffee without working the double shifts? As he mumbles to himself, leaving the sick bay.
I don't know how you're gonna do it. Just figure it out. All right. How are you doing today, Ella? Have you been enjoying some time off? I hope. I know it gets pretty busy around here. It seems like you're the only one working around here.
Would you need more? Am I not good enough for you?
No, you're perfectly fine, of course. I meant, it's just I see you all the time. I just wanted to make sure that I have pleasantries with you and make sure that you have a nice working environment and things like that. We're gonna have an influx of folks, so it'd be nice to keep it up as best we can.
Yes, doctor. We're fine. I've got my nurses are all got a good rotating schedule going. There shouldn't be any problems at all, doctor.
I wouldn't expect anything less. Very well done. So yeah, we'll just keep an eye on the schedule, and if I get behind a little bit, then maybe rack to Gino at the right time. Anyway,
You should watch your caffeine input, doctor. You
I've
drink
heard that advice, but doctors are the worst patients. Just, you know what I mean?
Yes, you
Anyway.
are.
Yeah, I tried. Anyway, thank you. So great. And keep an eye on the schedule here. I heard we had to send a medical team to an incoming ship. They were injured. The vessel was injured, but they hadn't heard a report back about whether there was casualties or injuries or anything. So we'll just be on the alert for that, on top of the other things that are happening. And I believe there's Klingons aboard too, so I'm sure there'll be bumps and scrapes around, depending on how long they stay.
Oh, it always gets interesting when the Klingons are here.
It is true. They seem to be coming more often. So I see them on the promenade once in a while.
But the report from that ship's medical staff doctor is showing just minor injuries, nothing they can't handle.
Oh, good. Yeah. I mean, I don't mind helping people. That's the whole point. But
Well, you
have a nice day, then we'll go with that too. It's
Well,
just physical. I'm more than happy.
you know how CMOs are, sir. They're kind of protective of their patients.
Yeah, you're right. It's both.
Just convinced that they're the only one who can take care of their crew.
Yeah, I remember that. I felt the same way on the tension. But you know what? In times of trouble, you have to have everybody's back. And I expect no less from the crew on Starbase 17. So, you've been doing great. I actually am going to put you in for a recommendation because of the great work that you've been doing, especially with all these emergency surgeries and stuff that we've had recently. So Just wanted to let you know that.
Well, thank you, Doctor. It's good to be appreciated.
I certainly do. I don't think I could run this place without you, and I know your answer. It is true.
Of course you can, sir.
Anyway. All right.
That's what good nurses for.
Perfect. Yeah, your staff is exemplary. Keep up the good work. We're going to have more rooms to take care of. I hope your staff can handle the influx of at least places to inquire at. How are the? Are you gonna have to add another shift or another set of nurses to cover those areas?
No, Doctor. The current staffing is more than sufficient.
I know, but this more means you have to spread yourself thinner, and I don't like it when you work too much. I know that's what you do, but
Yeah, that's the other thing they say about
he said to
CNOs.
himself,
Far too overprotective of their staff as well. Don't worry,
Yeah.
I won't let you overwork the nurses
"Don't worry.
or the other doctors. I might let you overwork yourself though.
Oh, you can't help that."
Depends on how much micromanaging you want to do, Doctor.
Not as much as you would think. But I have plenty of research to keep me company when we're not in active mode. But I expect you'll be doing pretty well here once the day's through. Anyway,
Yes, sir. I will let you know the when your next set of appointments gets here.
sounds great. Thank you very much. I need to get back to. There was a new paper out recently about the Ferengi auditory canal. There's some fascinating implications about sonic technology. To read through that, can even possibly make even better hearing implements for those who don't have that capability.
Well, the good thing about Ferengi is their ears are big enough that it's not all that hard to get into the small places. The bad news is they like to put the strangest things in their ears.
Yeah, I try not to pay attention too much to that. Luckily, I haven't had to dislodge any of the Ferengis aboard so far, if they did have any waxy buildup, as it were. But let's not get into details that we don't need to.
Well, doctor-patient confidentiality and all that.
Oh, well, yeah. I was genericizing, but exactly. Well, I guess we should get to it. Prep and get ready. Thank you very much for your support, John.
Yes, sir.
He'll slowly slide over towards his desk.
I'm assuming the nurse is just staying there.
And he'll work on the side console then, since you didn't leave.
Find her dead.
And then he'll slowly slide back. Thank you.
I have to move all of my work. The doctor left his desk, his chair. Such prima donna.
Slightly possessive.
Back at ops.
I'll head to the commander's office and chime the door.
Your mic is busted again.
Sure he's not at a basketball game?
This better?
Yes.
Sorry about that. I'm sorry. Once a night guaranteed. I'm gonna answer the door by saying, "What?"
And Vogel will enter, even with the what.
Yes.
Commander, just got a message from Admiral Keller. It appears that Captain Prax will be taking command of the Byron. Just received the orders for the senior staff to report.
Our senior staff or theirs?
There, sir.
Well, I don't know. Pass on my congratulations to Captain Prax or something. I don't know. Send her flowers, a muffin basket. I don't know. Whatever you think is appropriate.
Is everything okay, sir?
Well, last night, just got received a new communique from Starfleet Command. It appears the Admiralty and all of their blessed wisdom decided to send yet another ship this way. This one's going to be based on medicinal needs or something or other. They're supposed to deal with Dr. Mountain. And, well, quite frankly, it pissed me off.
If you'd like, sir, I can ensure that no one bothers you the rest of the day.
Actually, XO, I would definitely rather a different favor. However, it's not exactly in your job description.
Any way I can help, Commander?
Their captain, the captain that they assigned is if the captain of this ship, the Nightingale, decides to set foot on our station, I don't want her in my office unless the station is on fire. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Good. They should be here within the next couple weeks. And I was going to ask the ambassador, but, well, quite frankly, I'm probably going to end up asking the entire senior staff because I do not want to deal with this.
Understood, sir.
Then rubbing the bridge of my nose, I say, and if anything, please come up with a better note than congratulations for Captain Prax. It's something more fitting, but I'll be damned if I can think of it now.
I'll take care of it, sir.
Thank you. As for today, if anything important comes up, yes, I'm here and available, but otherwise just handle it.
Understood, sir. I'll leave you to it.
And kind of not even, I guess, not really registering the words. I'm just gonna, or Reef's gonna kind of just grumble and stare at the floor for a moment and then go back to pacing and muttering to himself. Probably hear something about admiralty and idiocy.
And Vogel will get here, and she'll say, "Computer, seal this door." Authorization Vogel 91 Alpha. And she'll go to her console and start compiling the orders on a datapad. On a series of datapads.
scene change.
Yeah, we'll get too much from everybody anyway.
As Commander Reef has been locked in his office for the future.
It's so basically what I was doing. It was a one-way lock so that no one would be able to get to his office without getting my authorization, basically.
Right? No, I know he can get out anytime he wants, but it's it's funny.
I just really like the picture of a Reef muttering and then just pacing while not knowing he's locked in. But okay, that's fair. That's a good call, XO.
That's for your own protection.
That's promotion level thinking right there.
I try. Yeah, I think that meme's an apt analogy of what Vogel got from that office. And I'll relay it to the rest of the ops crew to relay all issues to me for, the next few days.
Dear Baldies. Apparently the commander's going fishing or something.
There's an option for you, Commander Reef. There's a whole planet down below. You can hide down there too.
I mean, I'm not really trying to hide. I do want to be available if I'm needed. It's kind of like just don't like.
Leave the boss alone unless the station's on fire.
Yeah, like I'm here, I'm doing my job, but anything that can't be pushed till tomorrow, I'll deal with. But if someone's not gonna die, then it can wait till tomorrow, or Vogel can deal with it.
The captain
talk
can
to
run
Dr.
the
Mountain
station
first.
Yeah, the captain can run the station from wherever he damn well pleases.
Grab a fishing pole, go down the planet, and just do some fishing. There's a comm badge, and if they need you, they'll message you.
Yeah, it's not like your intelligence officer will see that locked door as a challenge.
Oh, hey, I don't even know the door is locked.
This is true.
Their Baldi's a little like a cat, doesn't like locked doors.
Anyway, Vogel, you get a notification on your console. It's addressed to you from Lieutenant Commander Ava Collins, requesting if you're free for lunch.
I'll send a reply saying I'm a bit busy, but I can make the time. In fact, I need the break.
Okie dokie. But we'll cut over to Garibaldi as the USS, unless Vogel's heading down there, with the USS Kuros arriving at Deep Space 17 and docking.
Nope, I delegated.
Considering a specific person decided to be nosy, you are staying, I guess, in plain clothing, just outside the docking ring, watching all the people disembark from the transport vessel.
Mm-hmm. Who doesn't like to go to the airport and watch people get on and off the plane?
Okay. It's not hard to miss, but you definitely recognize her because you've met her before. You see Captain Azrael Prax holding a small child in her arms who seems to be asleep, while holding also in the other arm carrying a set of luggage and on a leash a small corgi dog. And she's walking off the transport.
Well, Garibaldi will put his I'm surprised look on his face. And Azrael, is she in uniform?
No, she's in civvies.
Azrael, over here. He'll kind of step over. Hey, can you hand with that? Something of it?
If you don't mind, and she lets go of the luggage.
Garibaldi, remember we did a thing or two together before you retired.
Right. Yes, you were part of the stuff that happened 9 years ago.
Or the stuff that didn't happen, depending on your perspective. Haven't heard from you. Haven't heard anything about you in a while, other than the fact that you resigned. Looks like life's been busy for you.
Yes, indeed it has. She kind of looks around, like not seeing like anyone else if they're really gonna greet her. It's like, so are you my welcoming committee, or are you just being auspicious?
Oh, I like it when I'm not busy doing anything else. I like to just see who comes and goes through customs. Saw a familiar face, I'd say hi. I didn't even know you were coming. What brings you to Deep Space 17?
To take command of the Bayern, to search for the expedition.
Oh, that's a mess that is. Got any idea of where you're gonna start looking?
Well, the last known location is the best spot, but hopefully I can, looking through, if I can get access to the logs entries from the expedition's crew members, at least the command staff, and Captain Morgan's, to see, where he might be, or at least where he took the expedition to.
Well, send me a list of what you need, and I'll see what I can find for you.
That's a most appreciated. I'm just not sure a counselor would be able to get some of that information.
Oh, I have more contacts than I used to. I'm kind of gotten out of the counseling business. I work for a different branch of Starfleet now.
Oh, so it is an auspicious encounter.
No, just a coincidence. And he winks at her.
I see. Well, you wouldn't happen to know where the Byron is at, so I could at least drop off my luggage and put this one to at least bed.
Oh, absolutely not a problem. He'll tap a couple of keys on his pad to see where the Byron is docked, and then lead Prax that way. So is this how old is the child?
Are you asking her that, or are you like asking the GM that?
Asking you, Jim.
Is
it an infant or a toddler? Or...
Insight medicine. It's definitely older than a toddler. Oh, she is definitely older than a toddler. Yeah. You make it. It was a diff one. Probably around 5 or 6, maybe 7. That was probably closer to 5 or 6, but.
See, your family has grown a bit. Is this niece? Adopted child?
You could say adopted, but yes.
Well, congratulations. We got a little of that on the station ourselves. I think we have adopted a small Trill child. It's he's sort of Vogel for the moment.
Oh.
interesting encounters with some Orion smugglers last week.
And the child's in the care of the smugglers?
Well, not anymore. We've taken custody of the child. The smugglers are no longer with us.
Oh, so the encounter didn't go so well.
And it certainly didn't go well for the Orions.
Hmm. Quite curious, really.
Well, certainly the whole thing is curious. But I can't find hide nor hair of the child's parents, and we're going to hold on to him for a little while and see what I can turn up.
I wish you the best of luck on that search.
Wish you the best of luck with yours. Come on, I'll show you where the Byron's docked.
And you lead her, and I'm assuming you're engaging in small talk.
Yeah.
And eventually, you lead her to the Byron, and as you get to there, like, well, thank you. I think I can hopefully find the captain's quarters on my own.
Well, need any help? Just let me know what I can get you.
Most appreciated.
And then he will not pry any further. For now.
For now. Okay. All right. What else is everybody else doing? Or actually, where are you going after this, Garibaldi, before I cut to someone else?
I'll probably go find my office and start kind of doing a preliminary search on the things that Prax told me she was looking for.
Okay. Are you gonna like read through them, or are you gonna compile the records?
Oh, I'm gonna skim through them.
Well, this is going to be let's go reason plus command, difficulty 2.
Wow, I'm gonna get out of my comfort area there. Research for a focus.
Yeah, I'll take that.
And I'm gonna spend a momentum for a third die. It's gonna be a stretch for Garibaldi.
Give you the first one. All right. What is everyone else doing?
Let's see. Arif. Yeah, probably still screaming internally into his head. Thinking about the Nexus. Very, very hardly.
I'm assuming the doctor is still doing physicals.
Yeah, I don't know what the situation is exactly for him, but I heard before they can ship off, they have to have all these done. So I'm just gonna use my advantage to try to quicken the pace, but otherwise, you know, check to see which ships or when the different ships are arriving. Just to have a heads up of numbers of people and situations and stuff. What is the scheduled departure of the? Was it Bayern?
Byron, it is
Byron?
at it's supposed to be scheduled to launch tomorrow morning at 0800.
Okay.
So quick work.
And how many crew are manifest? 140 or 70, something like that?
It's on a skeleton crew, so it's typically full crew is around 140, but it's probably more closer to a third of that.
Okay. That's probably why the crewman was muttering about double shifts.
Yeah.
Anyway, I didn't know it was a skeleton crew. I was expecting more influx, and I'm like, huh.
Let's just say they're going to rely heavily on automation for the time being.
Right. Dr. Mountain to Commander Arif.
What, Doctor?
Hey, Arif. Hope you're doing okay. I have a question for you concerning. I'm doing the physicals for the crew of the Bayern, and I know it's not really your cup of tea per se, but do you know if there's going to be additional crew that's going to be stationed to that ship coming through here? It seems that they're on a pretty light crew, and I've been already noticing some incidences that concern me about the crew, about the situation there, but not life-threatening or anything, of course. Anyway, sorry, I'm rambling. Anyways, hope I'm not
gonna
interrupting.
cut you off now. As much as I appreciate this, I have to be honest. No crew is going to be assigned to the ship. Certainly not from the station. And
Oh, sure.
whatever your concerns are, I'm sure the executive officer can handle them.
Oh, yeah. I just wanted to keep you up to date on the
Thank you,
situation down
Doctor.
here.
Goodbye.
Cheers.
And as soon as he says goodbye, the communication clicks off.
You probably hear it. You just said the doors. You didn't say anything about comms.
I thought I spread the message around.
Wow.
The doctor could also just bypass him and it's like, this is more prudent for the commander to hear and not the first, the XO. But
Dr. Mountain to Lieutenant Commander Vogel.
I think it's still lieutenant, but
Lieutenant Vogel, I'm sorry. I already got you up there so far. You're there in my eyes anyway. Vogel, sir.
Go ahead, Doctor.
Yeah, I was talking to Commander O'Reilly from. It seems that he's a little snippy today, but I can see that I want to have a conversation about Bayern before they take off. I mean, it's not imperative per se, but it's really about the crew complement of it. I know we don't have too much direct say about that, but you probably have the nose near the admiral. Not closely, but I mean, come on, you're in the same office area, aren't you? I don't know. I don't remember the layout up there in ops, but anyway, if you hear anything, I really am seeing some concern a little bit about what the double shifts, etc., may be for the skeleton crew. And they'll be gone for a week, should be fine. But if long-term conditions such as that, I would expect Starfleet to be taking care of that. But anyway, that's just put that in note for me. For Commander Reef when he's feeling better.
Understood, Doctor. They're estimating that this should be a shorter mission.
Yeah, they said about a week.
The skeleton crew is because of the rushed nature of their mission.
I don't need to hear any more about the nature, so just keep a log for me at least of that sort of situation.
I'll relay your concerns to Captain Prax about your concerns about the shortage of manpower, Doctor.
Sure, thank you very much. No.
And Vogel will just close the comm and go about what she was doing.
Next. He's gotten a little less conversational.
Sign me in on.
And then now you probably receive the don't bother the commander with anything.
Beep beep. Oh, I probably should have checked my messages first. Oh, dang it. Sorry, buddy. I'll order a candygram for the morning or something. I think there's a shop that does stuff like that.
OneDrive is not connected and it's sending you a code. Try your password.
Is this supposed to email?
Hey, you got a hot mic. Probably don't want this yet.
Yeah.
Yes. So, first person comes in, sits down, and waits for you as you seem to be busy.
Was this me?
Yes, that was you.
Yes. Are you ready?
Yes, Doctor. So,
And just sit right here, and it will take a moment, and he'll begin a scan.
reason medicine, difficulty 0.
Are we out of momentum, or we lost our? Or I think we're at 5.
No, you spent some.
Oh, Quinix.
He dropped the game. I believe you're at 2, maybe 3.
I spent 5, and I got to 5, and then
he spent some. So you should either be at 2 or 3, because there was also a scene change. So
anyway, I'll take one. Just to.
Yeah, I dropped the one from the scene change. I lost my internet connection.
Reason medicine, control medicine.
reason medicine, diff 0.
Right. We're back.
Well, they're pretty much back at cap.
All
listen,
right.
This individual seems perfectly fine and healthy.
No indications of overwork or anything.
No indications of overworked.
All right. Good job. You have bon voyage, I'll say.
Um,
Have a good mission. And I'll have your paperwork ready for you before you ship out.
Thank you, Doctor.
Yes.
And
Do you have any questions? Are you all good? Have you been on this ship before? Or is this your new posting?
It's my first posting, Doctor, and it's
First? Wow, congratulations. If you would like a piece of advice, I will offer it, but you don't have to take it. Anyway, have a good day.
Thank you, sir. And as for the next one that comes in and sits down, she seems a little nervous and anxious, but health-wise, she checks out. Though she appears to be suffering from lack of sleep.
What's her rank?
Ensign.
Ensign. How have you been feeling recently?
I'm fine. I'm very fine, sir.
Very fine indeed. And you've been resting well and taking regular breaks from your duties?
I've been taking the adequate breaks, sir. What is there a problem?
Was that a
Did you
Freudian slip? That sounded like you don't take the breaks. Is that what you're saying?
I take the breaks. Why is there something wrong?
No, I would just like you to take it easy. I know it's a important mission, but just take care of your own personal stuff too. Get enough rest.
Wait,
Something concerning you?
No, I'm just nervous, sir.
About, if you don't mind my prying.
I've read the reports of the strange anomalies that keep appearing.
Oh yes, I've heard about them too. What about them causes vegetation?
I mean, the expedition's missing. That's a sovereign class. That was the top of the line ship.
Indeed. It happens to the best of us, I can tell you that. Unexpected things happen. The crew can't be responsible for things that are out of their controls. You just do your duty and do your best you can, and you'll do fine.
Of course, sir.
Trust your commanding officers to know what they're doing. We'll figure it all out. I mean, space is amazing and there's so many powerful things out there that we don't even know about it. And even the ones we do know are amazing and dangerous. So just know that it'll be all right ultimately. You just need to do what's right. And you know what that is. So,
of course, sir.
all right. Well, anyway, I won't keep you here any longer. Go ahead and grab yourself a nice salad and a good lunch. Take a walk.
I was thinking about heading. Well,
if you have an idea already, then I won't hold you any longer. Go ahead. Remember to get proper rest.
of course, Doctor.
Is there anything else?
No, I'm fine.
Would you like to talk to somebody?
No, I'm good. I'm just nervous, you know.
Oh, sure.
I'm sorry if I seem jittery. It's just a side
no.
effect.
Side effect.
It just the way I act, especially when around testing time and all that stuff. I get like really anxious and I'm super talkative. You know, I'm just gonna shut up and I'm gonna go back and let you
Oh,
enjoy
I
your
don't. I'm not going to shut up. That would do. No. Go ahead. If you have something to talk about.
No, it's fine. I'm just nervous. I'm gonna go get something to eat.
There's some noodles up on the second level that you might like.
I'll try it out. Thank you, Doctor.
Take care.
And she rushes out the door.
I'm not high on counseling. I don't know. Sometimes I think I make them nervous. Sometimes I'm not sure what's going on there. But I don't. That'd be all right. It looks like there's going to be a lot less of them than I thought. So, go ahead and take a break if you like. And like I said, that noodle place is pretty good.
Vogel, are you gonna check on Kegu by any chance during your lunch break?
Screw that kid.
During lunch, no.
During lunch,
After
no.
lunch.
Okay.
I'm also trying to figure out when he gets his brain scrambled.
His brain scrambled.
Whatever happened last.
Again?
Wait a minute. I'm mixing up days. Sorry. Never mind. No, I'm too busy to drop in at the moment.
Okay. Vogel, you find a place in the Treasure Enclosure, a nice little restaurant, to meet your friend from the Academy, Lieutenant Commander Ava Collins.
I'll pull up with one of the chairs next to her and just give out a big sigh as I sit.
Busy day?
You have no idea.
Oh, I can only imagine what it's like being the XO of a starbase. I thought the Quasar was enough to handle, but being in charge of all the personnel on board this station, it's gotta be a lot.
Before I even had my cup of tea, I had to deal with a Klingon ship, a Solarian vessel, and one angry commander.
Must be a trait.
Not to mention, and so Vogel will have like a bunch of data pads with her too. Not to mention, after lunch, I gotta drop these off to the crew of the Quasar. Gotta stop in and see Captain Prax.
Captain Prax. She was the one that was in command of the expedition. I thought she, at least the report said she resigned.
I guess she's back.
I suppose so.
I'm not too sure of the circumstances myself.
Well, I wish her the best of luck, I suppose. Given the fact that that whole area creeps me out, so to speak. So,
Yeah, that's Solarian. Solarian?
Solarian, like Solarian brandy, like the species.
Or Saurian brand.
Sorry, yeah, or sorry, yeah.
Solarian's Mass Effect.
That's right. Yeah. They're really close in spelling. That's the problem.
Yeah, that Saurian ship almost pretty much got the same fate you did. If it weren't for those Klingons.
Klingons? What are they doing out here?
They sent a small detachment and an ambassador.
Oh, I mean, well, we're 15 or so light years from the expanse from here. It's a bit far for Klingons, but I guess the merchant vessel's lucky that Klingons found them, I guess. I'm supposing they probably use some sort of Klingon technique, most likely with their weapons. She just kind of rolls her eyes.
I haven't had a chance to read the report yet, but I'm sure they just shot at it. But hey, if it works, it works.
It's probably why their vessel may be damaged.
Well, I'm sure the engineers will tell me one way or another how they got damaged. Enough about my problems. How did you become the XO of the Quasar? And how are you ranked higher than me?
Well, I have my ways. No, honestly, my promotion was just recent. The former first officer recently took a posting to command another ship. So the captain wanted to keep the promotion in-house, so I got elected to do that, followed by a promotion. So also the commander's test was arduous, to say the least.
At least it seems like your career took a nice little fast track.
Well, I would imagine I'd be stuck in this role for quite a while.
I think I have some type of curse following me. Every ship I serve on ends up getting destroyed.
Well, you're on a station now, not a starship, so maybe curses don't follow stations.
Or it's even worse.
Hey, you saved me.
The station goes, and suddenly I'm taking out 15 starships.
Look, you saved my life and my fellow crewmates. I mean, we owe you our lives. Any longer, we would have been dead. And if we could have done your technique, we would have, if it wasn't for the fact that the deflector ray, was so heavily damaged. I don't know, we couldn't fire a volley of photon torpedoes or whatever at the Eddie, or we would surely be dead. Little Nova classes just don't hold up like some of the other bigger ships do. And the fact that the expedition went missing, I count our blessings here.
Yeah, I'm hoping that the Bayern's able to find them.
Well, the sooner you get a ship space ready, we will be more than happy to assist them.
I think they're launching tomorrow, maybe? They're fast-tracking the ship to get it out there to assist in the search.
Well, hopefully it's not too fast. Been on enough postings to know when they fast-track a ship, accidents happen.
Well, at least there's an experienced captain.
Well, hopefully they maybe can find a clue about what's causing these eddies to form, because we've been mapping the outer edge of this thing for the better part of a year practically, and never came across anything like this until recently.
Yeah, it's just one big mystery wrapped in an enigma. Any efforts made to try, or any breakthroughs in trying to navigate through it?
No, but now that you mention it, I could have swore. Well, a science officer could have sworn he spotted another ship entering the Expanse. We have nothing on record about it, but I was told by the captain to drop it. So
Another ship.
They were a few light years out, and their course proceeded to head straight into the Expanse. We attempted to have them to warn them off about the dangers of it, but they went in. At least from what sensors told.
If you can, send me those sensor datas. Maybe I could figure out what's going on.
I'll try. I'll dig them up, but I've looked through them. Couldn't spot anything. I just know it's Federation in origin, at least judging by the warp signature.
Federation.
The warp signature matches typical Federation warp course. That's all I got for you.
That's concerning. I didn't know of any Federation ships out that way.
Neither did I.
It's weird that your captain would tell you to drop the matter.
I know, but I didn't want to press the matters given the fact that I was just promoted recently, so don't want to get demoted the first day after becoming lieutenant commander and all, so.
Well, you know what the best thing about being an XO is? We have the clearance to look at this stuff.
Yes, we do, and I've definitely dug in, and I'm at a dead end on it. It doesn't match anything in the database, but if you think you have better luck, I'll send you the information.
Can't help to have an extra set of eyes looking at it. But isn't it nice, though, that we don't have to sneak around anymore trying to find this information?
She kind of chuckles. Yeah. Well, that reminds me of that time. What was that cadet's name that was doing so badly during our initial flight training?
Oh, what was his name? Whatever happened to him?
Honestly, I lost track. Given, graduating and then the Dominion War happening right after.
Loss of my first ship.
A lot of good friends, too.
Maybe we should look him up, see if he's still around.
I'll send some. I'll look through I have some free time. I'll look through the database, see if I can't find him.
On the plus side, though, if we wanted to take a shuttle, we don't have to get anyone's permission. We could just do it now, and we won't get in trouble. No more scrubbing dilithium cores for 2 weeks.
The perks of being in command, you're saying?
Well, we'll just have a smile at that. Although now they give me the Saber class. It's a lot bigger than that Type 7 shuttle they gave us.
Those things are pretty rugged in their design. They hold up quite well.
Well, I haven't tested her in combat yet, but she's a pretty nimble ship. Quick engines. I get kind of jealous. I don't get to fly her that often.
Well, you're preaching to the choir. I have to hand over the con station to a little raw cadet out of the academy. You just, well, not a cadet anymore, but an ensign. It's a little cocky.
You know what? I think next time I'm going to command from the con station.
Well, good luck with that.
There has to be some type of commander's, captain's prerogative in this, right? Nothing that says the CO of a ship has to rule from the captain's chair or lead from the captain's chair.
That's true, but there are perks from leading from the chair.
I think when we were trying to pull you out of that anomaly, I don't think I sat in that chair at all.
But your head was in the right spot. So, testament to you and your fellow crewmates for pulling us out.
I was just there. They did most of the work. What's this about you owing me? And Vogel kind of leaned back in her chair.
I didn't say anything like that, did I? No, I don't know what you're talking about. But I guess if I do owe you, I will start by buying this meal is on me. It's the least I could do.
It's a start. And she'll just kind of smile.
Plus, you never know when the little Nova class might come along and save your butt.
Maybe next time you'll have to pull us out of that anomaly. Or who knows, maybe Romulans will decloak around us and start shooting.
Anything could happen, I suppose.
Oh well. We should probably eat. I have a lot of work to get done.
Yes.
And since our commander seems to be a recluse these days, a lot more has been shoved on my plate.
I heard the noodles were good here.
And Vogel will kind of look around. Oh, yes. I totally forgot where I was at for a moment. It's nothing like what we could get back in San Francisco, but it's pretty good.
Oh, that ramen shop was to die for.
Maybe next time we make it back to Earth, maybe we'll go and get the real thing.
Oh, sounds like a plan.
And yeah, we get cut to somebody else, I think.
What is everyone else doing?
Well, I hate to be a stickler, but I don't think Arif is ready to be cheerful yet. I think he's still muttering and puttering.
Did the Klingon ship arrive yet?
Yeah, they've been dark for a while. Garibaldi? I know you sent me a few things.
And is Captain Prax up for her physical?
A captain going to see a doctor? Madness.
Sometimes it's mandatory. They are a crew member aboard that ship. And the lady, of course.
Give me reason plus con difficulty of 1. Garibaldi. Two momentum gains. Sorry, I have to type this out real quick. But yeah, you gained 2 momentum, so I don't know if there's anything you wish to spend on for the information I gave you. If you're talking, Gearball, just so you know you are muted.
The whole time.
So sorry, I didn't know I was muted.
Yeah.
I had to switch to my phone for voice, so my wife could hear the stuff she's doing. I want to spend one of those the float that I had
Okay.
to cross reference the expedition's crew manifest with the Olympia and his office of Starfleet Command, and see if he brought anyone with him. And what was he doing at Starfleet? What was his posting at Starfleet Command?
An adjunct, so to speak. Like assistant to the admiral.
Which division? Like,
Great division.
I mean, you know, like the admiral that he was an aide to. Was that admiral's job?
I never wrote that down, just so you know, so I have to come up with something real quick.
I mean, you could just say like generic fleet.
Literally, he was in charge of like of fleet operations, so of a Pacific fleet, so not particularly like 10th. It could have been like the 5th fleet or something like that.
Why is his personnel file sealed?
His personal logs are sealed. Personnel file isn't.
Oh, any complaints against him from his subordinates?
Surprisingly, no, there are no complaints.
Any negative performance evaluations? I know Carabelle was just being nosy as heck. Yeah, they seem to love him over there.
Yep, he's just a ray of sunshine.
All right. Well, I will. I guess I won't try. I won't try to hack his personal logs today. Unless Brad's asked me to. Now I'll go through his file and kind of print up a summary of what I find, and a bare bones site profile, and send it encrypted to Captain Brax. Along with the logs and stuff that she was looking for.
Okay. Anything else?
No, I don't think that's going to take a while.
All right. We'll move over to where the doctor's at. Doctor, it is around lunchtime, just so you know, or a little after lunchtime.
Okay.
You've gotten through quite a bit of the crew members for the Byron.
stand up once in a while. Yeah. Okay. So it's time for lunch, or have I just come back?
You can go role play, do whatever you want real quick, or like I say, it's all free role play really for today. So whatever you guys want to do.
Okay. Oh yeah, will you get the next one? I'm gonna go grab a quick bite.
Well, it's
Want
about
me to
time
bring-
you got something to eat.
Were you want me to bring anything back for you, or are you good?
Well, anything that's not noodles. You're always getting noodles, Doctor.
Well, I'll find something good for you that's not noodles.
Nice
We'll
greasy cheeseburger. That'd be great.
Yeah, that's pretty fun. All right, I'll be back in a little bit. And that's a noodle bar. But he doesn't notice anybody else. He seems pretty single-minded, focused at the moment. But he walked by countless people.
So you're into the treasure enclosure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Not going to the noodle bar.
That's not where the noodle bar is?
The noodle bar is there, but you going to the noodle bar.
Of course. Wednesday noodles, it rhymes.
Some people just know what they like, I suppose.
Doctor, you head to your favorite noodle bar. You see Lieutenant Vogel, along with someone you don't really recognize, sitting down, enjoying a nice lunch together. It seems they're pretty much finishing up whatever meal that they're having.
Hi, Sarah. I hope you're doing good today. Noodles. Good idea.
Hi, Doctor.
How you doing today? Sorry for the call earlier. It seemed Arif didn't want anything to do with my call. So I hope it didn't cause you too much trouble.
Yeah, he's just been in a mood, so he's asked me to he's asked that everything be forwarded through me first.
Gee, thanks. Well, I hope you're handling it okay. And you are a friend of Sarah? I'm Zachary Mountain, Dr. Mountain. Nice to meet you. I won't keep you long. It looks like you're almost done.
Yeah, Lieutenant Commander Ava Collins, first officer on board the USS Quasar.
Well, congratulations. Quasar is a nice ship.
Yeah, she's my old academy roommate.
Oh, really? You guys, you two must go back a ways. Awesome. So, what's it like now that you're out of the academy?
Well, it feels like it was just yesterday, some days, but it's been 7 years now.
Something like that.
Wow, nice. Yeah, I see. I remember way back when I was a lieutenant. It was in lieutenant commander. It was like you notice who you were in some of the younger officers, or even the crewmen. Though some of them have been around for a while. But you know what I mean? Like and you see the mistakes that you used to make, and then you've changed a little bit and grown a little bit. It's pretty interesting. Just keep that in mind, I guess, when you're talking to your junior officers. Anyway, it's talking too much. I'm hungry. So I hope you have a good lunch. Yeah, we'll plan that dinner sometime. There. That's cool. Maybe we can chime in and call Montana. I haven't checked in. I'm not really good with checking in, but you know. Anyway, all right, have a good lunch.
You too, Doctor.
As you step away from the table, you go up and you start ordering, I guess, whatever
Udon
favorite.
usually. It reminds me, like, I asked for like super warm and then spicy because it reminds me of a little bit of gak. Because I think they have poisonous sacs or something. I don't remember. What is the closest thing I can remember? Although those clear ones kind of remind me of, but I don't know.
Yeah, you get your plate
Grab a
of
bowl.
udon noodles. Anything else you're doing?
I nod to them, and I'll start walking around towards the arboretum with my bowl in hand. See if I can take a view of the ships that have come in. I hear there's a Klingon ship out there too. And then what was the other one? Cerulean. Saurian.
The Saurian ship would not be here. Well, you would not be able to see it because it's inside the getting repaired. Yeah. It'd also be kind of hard to like. I guess there would be like a viewpoint to see the stuff because they dock below the terrestrial enclosure. So.
Oh, okay. So I'd have to go down. That's fine.
Yeah. All that's there, like on the docking ring currently, is the Klingon vessel.
All right. I'm not really going anywhere with this, but just taking his daily walk and eating hearty food and reminiscing, I guess.
Question for you guys: is Kegu free to roam the station? At least the parts for like civilian authorization sections.
I don't see why not.
Doesn't have any criminal background at all.
I mean,
I don't see him doing it.
Bad day notwithstanding, I think Reef probably would have put that into Vogel's court anyways.
Yeah, Garibaldi would say, because he's like what 10. He probably doesn't need to be wandering around the station by himself. but if Vogel lets him, Garibaldi does. Remember last session, Garibaldi does have a team watching the kid.
I mean, he's not a prisoner on the station. There's no reason to treat him as such. So, I mean, you figured he'd probably have the same privileges as any other kid on the station.
Garibaldi's watching him mostly for having him watch for his safety. He suspects someone might come for the kid eventually. Wants to make sure the kid doesn't get kidnapped out from under our noses.
Okay.
That never happens on this station.
Okay, Doctor, we'll head back to sick bay as you come back with a,
Hot, greasy cheeseburger.
hot, greasy cheeseburger for the
And
nurse.
fries and a shake or something that goes with it. Don't have too many of these, but yeah. Go ahead and go grab the other office. It's better to eat in there. I'm still gonna work out here anyway. Yeah, just get ready for the next one. How many more left is on the list?
You're about done. You've already checked pretty much the senior staff already because they've been here for a while. It's just the ones that just came, transferred from, just got on board from the Kuros. The transport vessel, it's a Latin name, so I'm having trouble saying it. So just FYI.
Sure. No, I just meant who came aboard from there.
Bunch of ensigns and crew members, just a bunch of nobodies, and then obviously
not nobodies. They're just
they're nameless
right.
currently.
We call them Crew 4. How big is the starbase? Is it Crew 7?
The starbase would have a crew of like 700.
Nice. Yeah. But is there any? I want to make sure I'm thorough and make sure whoever's going to be on that ship has met their examination requirements. Anyone on the list that is not yet? Because I will go find them.
Give me reason plus medicine, difficulty of 1 to check your list.
I gotta check it twice, so I gotta spend a momentum. Seemed to work so far. Reason medicine, you said?
Yes. Really should probably reason con, but 2 momentum anyway, so
I would have made it with that too.
yeah. You've gone through even some of the newer crew members you've started. There wasn't a whole lot. There was only about like 15 of them, but one name on the list, that kind of came on or was put on at the last minute, and that is Captain Azrael Prax.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't even know she was here. Dr. Mountain to Captain Prax.
Go ahead, Doctor.
Hopefully I'm not interrupting. How are you doing today?
Exhausted. What can I do for you?
Yes. I just wanted to let you know that I've nearly completed my examinations of the crew of the USS Bayern. And is one crew person, not a crew person, member of your crew who has not yet filled the requirement to do their physical. So if you have a moment, I will come to you. Where might you be?
I'll stop by the station sick bay, I suppose.
Oh, sure.
Where I'm at currently would not be appropriate to have the physical, so.
Oh, that's fair enough. I'm ready to get you in an unexpected way. Anyway, yes, I have, here's my openings. Basically, it looks like now until the afternoon because I'm pretty much finished. So, at your leisure, Captain, I would like to do the physical. I hope you're not too overtired, Captain. But I will let you get some rest. See you in a little bit.
Of course, Doctor.
All right, thank you. Yes. Side, I don't know the captain's first name, actually. Azrael? All right.
Azrael.
Azrael Pranks. Okay, thanks.
Yeah, the next couple crew members come in. And be reason plus medicine, difficulty of 0.
The one time I don't take it, I would need one. No, I am gonna forego this time because we already have 6.
3 floats.
Anything that would help the whole situation. Maybe send extra stim packs to for the medical bay on the Bayern, or set up the CMO there to help alleviate the skeleton crew kind of thing situation. Nice.
Oddly enough, there hasn't been a CMO attached to the Byron.
Oh, really? Okay. The senior officer associated in the medical department, or medically trained.
You will forward a note to the office of the head medical CMO of the head medical department of the USS Bayern. But the next 2 individuals are fairly, healthy. One of them already had their physical 2 months ago, but
Okay.
but we'll go ahead and scene change.
But you just wanted the floats for that?
No.
Dang it. Any suggestions for using 3 floats?
It has to be related to the task.
Best dang physical ever. Okay. My bedside manner improved after having a good meal. Go fig.
have her spontaneously develop some hideous new illness which you cure, making you a hero.
I don't want to cause pain
That-
to ease it. That would be barbaric.
Yeah, we're not in that universe.
That sounds like a very
That's a-
charlatan move.
Well, it's a mirror. It's a mirror universe moment.
I mean, geez, even Garibaldi wouldn't do that.
Oh, I wasn't saying plug them yourself.
I understand what you're saying. I think one crisis at a time.
You apparently suffer from this ailment,
In
so
due time.
here's some snake oil.
Oh, it will help. But you did it in the first place to make it so they had to take the second thing. So I don't know about that. I don't know if you've ever watched Outlander, but there's a situation where that comes up. Kind of timey-wimey. He says to himself, touching the console. Boop, 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 boop.
Vogel, I believe you're heading to see Captain Prax.
Yes.
We'll get that done real quick. It wasn't too far from where you ran the treasure enclosure, because she appears to be currently in the park area. Sitting on a bench as you kind of see a small child and a dog currently, playing, nearby.
And she'll walk up to the captain holding her last data pad. Captain Prax.
Lieutenant Vogel, I want to say it feels like yesterday, but it's good to see you.
It's good to see you too, Captain. Welcome back.
Well, the assignment is currently temporary, but thank you.
Commander Reef sends his regards. He asked me to welcome you to the station in his stead. We've been kind of swamped in ops today.
I totally understand. Actually, I was greeted by Lieutenant Garibaldi Quinix. I believe he's your station intelligence officer now. At least that's what I got. She also takes the pad from you.
Here's the official crew roster. Apologize, Captain. This is the only crew we could scrounge up in such a short notice. A lot of the permanent crew are still en route to the station, but given the importance of your mission, it was decided to launch you with a little more than a skeleton crew.
That's quite all right. Lieutenant will make do, given the fact that we'll probably put the hollow emitters to good use on the Bayern. It would be, well, at least a little alleviate some of the crew rotations.
Our doctor has expressed concerns about the lack of personnel, but I told him that I'd advise you on it. Obviously, this is your ship, Captain.
Well, hopefully our mission will only take a week, because the expedition crew does not have that much longer. So hopefully we'll be able to find them soon.
I also took the liberty and included their last known coordinates in the pad. I also gave that to your new con officer and science officers so they could start disseminating it tonight before launch tomorrow.
I appreciate it. if you could pass along a message for me to them, I'd like to have a meeting tonight before we at least bunk down and head out in the morning. At least get to know them a little bit.
That should not be a problem, Captain. In fact, I'll give you conference room 3.
Thank you.
Was there anything else you needed, Captain?
No, I think everything is well in hand. How is the supplies on the Bayern? I'm sure we'll need quite a bit of medical supplies. I know we're going shorthanded on medical personnel, but hopefully we can make do with supplies and second-hand training with the security department.
We got you mostly fully stocked, but I'm sure I could talk to Dr. Mountain and see if he could spare anything more.
Yeah, there's no telling what we could be running into. They could hopefully Commander Casey would lead them to at least a planet where they could survive longer. If they had to jump bail, or had to jump ship, or at worst, the expedition just heavily damaged and she just needs a tow back, or well, at least. But
yeah, given the occurrences near the Ebon Expanse, they could have received minor damage and had their communications knocked out.
Well, I'm planning for the worst, hoping for the best.
I do hope you find them, Captain.
I do too. Now, is there a good way to escape a physical? She jokes.
I mean, you could always just leave early.
Probably not.
But our Dr. Mountain is nothing but persistent about these physicals.
What CMO isn't? That's the question.
Well, if there's anything else you need from me, Captain, be sure to let me know. And I'll arrange to have those extra medical supplies brought on board.
I appreciate that, Lieutenant. And give my thanks to Commander Reef.
I will, Captain. And he does regret not being able to meet you in person.
It's quite all right, Lieutenant. I don't expect the welcoming mat to be rolled out for me every time I hit a starbase.
And then Vogel will notice the small child. Excuse my prying, Captain. Who's that?
That's Keysri. In case you're wondering, I currently am her adopted, her foster mother.
Oh. A lot must have happened to you in the 9 months.
You could say that, but it's also been a quiet one too.
As luck would have it, I myself find myself trying to help a Trill child.
Yes, Garibaldi mentioned that it was in the hands of a couple Orions.
Yes. I don't know who in this universe would think it okay to enslave and imprison children like that.
Well, whatever punishment they got, I'm sure they deserved it.
But as it stands, I'm trying to help the kid out a little bit. He seems to have implanted on me.
Well, children tend to stay close to the ones that they feel safe to.
Well, at least he feels safe around me, because it's a far cry from when he first arrived.
Is this the first one like this you've run into?
Yeah. Yeah, luckily it's the only one I encountered.
Curious. Well, keep in touch, will you? Let me know how it works out with this child.
If we're not rushing off to save starships in distress, maybe we can get the kids together for a play date.
Well, maybe when we get back, we can arrange something like that. I'm sure they'll love to play with each other. I'm just glad...
Captain. Oh, sorry, Captain.
I'm just glad Jesu took a liking to Kizri. But I am keeping you away from your duties, so enjoy your day, Lieutenant.
Thank you, Captain. And don't hesitate to let me know if you need anything.
Well, I will try to stay out of your hair.
At any rate, Captain, it's great to have you back. The fleet isn't the same without you.
Appreciate the sentiments, Lieutenant.
But I've taken enough of your time. Have a good night, Captain.
You as well, and I think I've put the doctor on long enough, so she kind of like stands up and motions to Kizri and Jesu to, Barwell, to come with her.
Yeah, good luck on your mission, Captain.
And to you as well, Lieutenant.
And as soon as Vogel leaves the area, she'll put the request in for more medical supplies to be transferred to the Bayern.
Are you going to do that, authorize it, or are you going to push it forward to a reef? Request it from a reef.
He left me in charge. I'm just doing it.
Presence, command, difficulty 2?
Yeah, because these are my best stats. I'll use three of that momentum. I think with a few milestones, I know what I'm adjusting. Ooh. Use the other two. What else are we using all this momentum for in our roleplay session?
And Vogel wipes the board with the momentum. Yeah, you get the order in, and with some hesitation from the medical department, they're able to scrounge up a few extra medical supplies for various elements to overstock the Byron, in protest of a certain quartermaster.
And then I'll just remind that quartermaster this is not a request.
Captain.
Uh,
Captain.
Doctor, I am here for my physical.
Oh, sure. And who are your guests?
She motions to the little girl. This is Kesri and
Nice to meet you.
Jezu.
Nice to meet you too, puppy.
The puppy goes, barks at you in excitement. And the little girl she kind of motions and hides a little bit behind Prex.
Why don't you just step this way over here-ish? Maybe. There you go. There we go. You don't have to be in the center. You can come over on the side here. So yeah, why don't you all take a seat? Is she going with you?
Yes, but she just had a checkup recently, Doctor. She's fine.
Okay, that's fair. Was for crew members only. I'm surprised to see you here. Anyway, I just see you. I'll make it as quick and painless as possible. Have you been feeling tired a lot for
Doctor,
more than a few days?
I'm taking care of a child, and
oh well, yeah. I understand, and of course.
Reason plus medicine difficulty 0.
I'd spend a momentum if I had any, but I don't.
It's a diff 0. You can't fail at the roll. Just don't roll a complication. 3 momentum gained.
Pretty good.
The captain is in fairly good health. I wouldn't say she's malnourished, but definitely,
Calorie intake has been low.
Calorie intake has been a bit lower, at least for your standard Starfleet officers, and she's also, you could probably say like the stress hormones are a little bit upper, in the area, and then there's some like bruising, like in different parts of her body.
Okay. I will ask her gently. So you've been in a little. Is she a swinger? Where she throws her arms around? I used to have pickers when I was a kid.
Well, no, it's for pracs, like.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Pracs.
No, Doctor, it's mostly from working around the house. Pull muscle, here and there.
I hear you.
A tussle with a wild animal every now and then, living
A
on...
wild animal. This little guy right here. He's gonna beat you up or something. Jeez.
Jesu is more ferocious than you realize, Doctor.
Okay, I won't make fun of jest then. I don't see any bite marks per se, but anyway, I don't want to go too far into that. But yeah, it seems like you haven't been eating regularly.
Well, I have to cook my own food and also harvest most of it, replicators and the aren't really suited for optimal use all the time, Doctor, where I've been living at. So,
Oh, well, if you don't mind asking, what have you been up to? I hadn't heard much.
Living the quiet life, Doctor.
You know, sometimes I think about that myself these days. But yeah, well, I'm glad you're doing well. Otherwise, yeah, it seems like you are living quite a hardy life, as it were, these days. A lot of things going on, but remember, you got to take care of yourself first, ultimately, and then if the child will be taken care of when you're taken care of too. You think it's sense when you're 100% for yourself. So just be aware of that. Anyway, just some thoughts. But I do hope your mission, you're obviously going to be commanding this ship in a few hours, so nothing will stop this physical from that. But just like I said, try to keep care of yourself and drink plenty of water. And but yes, you do have at least replicators. But I would suggest there are places on the promenade food that is not replicated. So any of those would be something that you should partake in before you leave tomorrow.
Well, Doctor, I haven't had a replicated meal in almost a year, so I will try to keep indulging myself until we ship off.
Good luck. Anyway, I hope you are successful in finding them and bringing them back home. And,
As do I, Doctor.
Yep, I'll be here if you need me. When are you shipping? 8 o'clock? 8 o'clock? Well, maybe I'll talk to you. I heard you don't have a CMO. Perhaps it's only a week. I'm sure they can do without me.
There
if
are
you
medical,
really need one.
From the list, there are some medical personnel, but I believe Commander Reef installed many holometers, so we might have to make do with the emergency medical hologram if things are dire.
Well, I understand that. That's fair. I'm just suggesting that might be an option. But either way, I mean, I wish you all well. I have already started the process of sending more medical supplies to your ship, just so that some of your trained personnel will have the equipment they'll need, even the Apollo doctors as well.
I appreciate that, Doctor.
No problem. Good luck out there.
Thank you, and hopefully we'll bring back the expedition crew in one piece.
Hopefully I won't see anybody here.
As do I, Doctor.
All right. Thank you, and have a good rest of your afternoon. Nice to have met you both. All three of you.
Jesu kind of barks at you and wags his tail while Kesri kind of hides behind Azrael and somewhat shy.
That's all right.
Apologies, Doctor.
All right, whenever you're ready. No worries.
And yeah, she starts heading out.
Take care. Oh, I'm sorry. You're up next, I guess.
Is that the new captain? Is that our captain?
That's your captain. Captain Ezra Prax, right? Ezra Prax. He kind of says it over and over again, trying to not get into memory. Anyway, Criven, So go ahead and just sit down here. You've been sitting here. Go ahead and just stay still for a moment. They can count as my second for my attack roll.
You scan him and you notice that he has a heartwarmer that wasn't in his record previously.
Okay. I'll take a look. Just have a seat right here. This won't take very long. He goes towards the nurse's station, or at least where she's sitting. And will you bring up his files? I just want to confirm that this isn't something that's new. And if so, maybe we can. I show her the scans.
Yeah, I'll get right on it, Doctor. She will pull up the existing medical file on the room.
That's reference. Great. Crewman Haley, was it? Yes. So let's. I want to keep you here for a little bit longer. I want to check out in something. We have a couple things to check in the database, so just make yourself comfortable. Would you like something to drink or something to eat?
No, I'm fine.
Oh, good. Yeah, go ahead and relax, and we'll chat in a moment. But to head to the office and start examining and seeing what I can do. And how long it might take, so I can give an estimate for the captain.
Really, it's just the condition is just to monitor the individual. There is some medication to help with their heart, but really they have to watch their physical activities because it could cause them to fade suddenly or go into, really, yeah. Heart's beating not in rhythm at times, so
Less pressure. So I'll bring that information to them. I will make sure that the hollow doctor knows this information about this patient to keep him. What department do they work in?
Engineering.
Yeah. So, do you have to do a lot of strenuous activity in your day-to-day routine?
I'm an engineer doctor, yes.
Well, I understand that. Why don't you take it easy?
What's the problem, doctor? I feel fine.
Oh, I'm sure you do, and I'm glad for it. We just noticed a slight anomaly. It's just like a heart murmur, and we're just gonna keep an eye on it and see how it develops. But I do want you to decrease your activity, or anything that might cause you to lift up suddenly, or to maybe strain yourself with some heavy equipment, or you have to turn a big giant wrench or something. I don't know what you're doing out there, but just keep it easy, and I'll make sure that the medical officer on the ship is aware of it. And if you start noticing any dizziness or blurred vision or anything like that, do stop what you're doing and go to sick bay and have them check on your condition. It is some medications to help you out. It'll minimize your possible dizziness and stuff like that. But like I said, any possible sudden movements could cause you to lose your balance, and we don't want that. Especially some of the catwalks I've seen in some of those ships. So, like I said, just safety first, and just be aware of this. I just wanted to let you know. But otherwise, you should be able to continue on light duty while you're out there. I know it's going to be rough for your other crew members, but it's for your personal safety. So,
I'll understood. I will inform Lieutenant Commander Krim.
yes. Just if they have any questions, go ahead and let them know that I'll make sure you have a medical waiver for doing your light activity. But just be aware of it. It shouldn't affect you really, and so I'm not expecting anything bad. We're just gonna look at it. So I hope it didn't alarm you or anything, but it is unusual, and um, just wanted to keep you up to date. And here, take a spray of this. That should keep you going for the next few hours. And, regular prescription administered by the medical personnel or security on board.
Understood.
All right. Well, you have a good afternoon then.
You as well, Doctor. Thank you.
Of course.
With that, we're gonna cut up to the station operations. Scene change, by the way. Oh, Lieutenant Vogel. Is the commander busy?
Yes. Is there something I can help you with?
Well, it's something I wish to inform him on, but also ask of him in the station. FYI, this is the Vogel ambassador.
Oh, okay. Well, Ambassador, he is a bit busy, but if there's a message you would like me to relay to him or some way I can help you.
Well, while I would talk to the your diplomat attaché that's attached to the station, this is really more for the commander's department. I would rather speak to him in person and relay the information myself, but I suppose I could inform you on it. Just to let the creator know that my people are rejecting the defense pact that the Klingons have offered us, but we're accepting their trade deal. On the grounds, though, that all trade activity happens here at Deep Space 17, and that's also assuming that Commander Arif would allow that to happen. My people are, still a little shy around other outsiders, so my government feels it's more appropriate that at least while we're allowing Federation traders, we are trying to minimize certain trade activities in terms for ships coming to our homeworld.
I understand completely, Ambassador, and Deep Space 17 would be happy to help you fulfill your role and be the place where your trade is conducted.
Um,
Oh, somebody go to bed.
I greatly appreciate that response, and I will talk to my Klingon counterparts, and hopefully these is agreeable to him.
I will inform the commander of your visit here today, Ambassador. I apologize that he cannot greet you in person, but he has been extremely busy as of late.
Yes, does this have to do with one of your vessels going missing? Perhaps my people could assist in this matter.
It isn't due in part to that, Ambassador. But I will inform the commander of your... Oh, sorry, words are failing me at the moment. Of your offer to help us locate our missing ship.
Understood. Well, tell Commander Reef, hopefully we can reschedule our morning meeting. I know we missed this morning, but hopefully we can continue tomorrow.
I will let him know, Ambassador.
Thank
and again,
you.
I apologize for his absence.
No apologies. But have a good day. And she walks out and heads out of operations.
And Vogel is just going to go back to her station and create a text message to the commander, detailing that the Vorkula refused the defensive pact, accepted the trade deal, wished that 17 be the place that it happened, offers the assistance for the search, and regrets that they missed their morning meeting, but wishes to do it tomorrow.
A couple minutes later, she'll get the response, quite short and clipped, saying, "Good job." It says, "Good job. Have Garibaldi prepare the regular chambers for the ambassador to trade in. And then, glad to see you are handling everything."
And she will just send back a quick acknowledged message, but will internally smile to herself with the attaboy. And we'll tell Garibaldi to get whatever diplomatic suites the ambassador needs.
Yeah. Those need any special services, Lieutenant?
That's something you got to talk with the ambassador about.
Oh, yeah, sure. Not exactly what I meant, but okay.
That could take place later on, but or behind the scenes. That's not a huge deal. But Burke kind of leans over to you. So, there's a pool bet going on. Do you want in on it?
Depends what the bet is.
What Commander Reef's deal is about. The highest one is its old flame. Others say it's some other issue that's got them all tied up.
What is Burke's rank? I don't think it's
Lieutenant.
written.
I think it's Lieutenant.
I probably know her by first name at this point, though. Well, Ellis, unfortunately, I don't think it would be fair if I took place in your bet. Having been one of the few people to actually talk with the commander today.
Oh, so am I winning? I'm just asking. For a friend.
I'll just give her a smile and go back to my council.
She returns the smile and starts working on things. I knew it. And unless there's any other roleplay anybody wishes to do, we can end the session there.
Oh, Garibaldi was going to go to Arif's office.
Okay.
Having the scuttlebutt get to reach his ears about the commander being a snitch. And then when he finds the door locked, he's just going to use his security override to open it. Then walk right in.
Well, you have to get through my security override.
I can do that.
Oh.
I'll just make this a post. So, Vogel, this is a... let's go control command, Garibaldi, daring command.
How about daring security, since I'm overriding a security lock?
Sure.
I'm using my security credentials.
We'll go with daring security.
And may I use engineering? Because
sure.
it's
Control
it's,
engineering versus
whatever.
daring security.
I don't think I have a focus because I gave up my computers.
I have security systems as a focus.
I'll take security systems for a focus.
What is
I
your
don't
role?
And I don't think the station's assisting at any point in this.
No.
We're roll flat at each other, Vogel?
I'm okay with that.
Oh, good lord.
Ha!
Hey, Vogel. You open this door?
I'm sorry, Lieutenant. The commander does not wish to be bothered today.
Yeah, well, somebody needs to see what's got his panties in a twist, and we're old friends.
The commander just needs a few hours to himself to stew in his quarters. He'll be fine. If there's
All
something
right.
you need, I can handle it.
Oh, I do need something. I need to be able to check on my old friend.
What friend?
Arif?
He'll be fine, Lieutenant. Trust me on that.
Yes, ma'am.
Just some days, people just need some time to themselves. This is one of his days.
Yes, ma'am. And then, because I like Jacob's suggestion, Garibaldi's going to go to the transporter room. It's not an
that's one way.
episode. It's not an episode for Garibaldi if he doesn't earn at least one negative influence during the episode. Well, I'm gonna go down to the transporter room and have myself transport myself into Arif's office.
You head to the transporter room. Lieutenant, can I help you with?
Yeah, Chief, I need you to do something for me, and I need you to keep it on the QT. You understand?
Sir?
I need you to transport me
To the Klingon vessel. This is one of those intelligence things, right?
Sort of. Not today. I don't have my Klingon disguise. Why don't you transport me into the commander's office?
Sir, I don't know about that. I could, I don't feel like scrubbing, Jeffrey's tubes for a week.
Fair enough, fair enough. Well, in that case, I think you've got some maintenance to do in the other transporter room.
No, I don't, sir. And I get where you're coming from, but, sir, I can't allow you.
Can't allow me to do what?
Lieutenant, with all due respects, sir, have you just tried walking and going to his quarters?
He locked the door.
He locked the door.
All right. Chief, transport me to the commander's office. That's an order. You won't get in trouble.
He just kind of sighs. All right, I'll try. Step on the pad.
Yeah. Try not to put me in a bulkhead. You will get in trouble for that.
Sir, there's a security lockout for or the only way you're going to be able to beam into there unless it's a medical emergency.
Who put the security lockout on that? Vogel?
Yes, sir, Lieutenant Vogel.
Alright. Well, I won't have you obeying the. I don't want to. I certainly wouldn't order you to disregard the XO's orders. Poor guy. Poor guy is just suffering in his office. No one to talk to.
Have you tried just calling or paging him?
Well, no. This was more fun.
There is emergency access in there through the Jeffries tubes. I could pull it up on the map for you, I guess.
Really? You should be an officer and a gentleman, Chief.
Let's keep my secrets seat on the down low, okay?
I have no idea what you're talking about, Chief.
I'm taking 2 threat for this. Just so you know.
That's fine.
So yeah, he brings up the schematics and shows you where to go through on the Jeffries tubes to get into Commander Reef's office.
I will, as the stubborn little Trill that I am, will make my way to Jeffries to the commander's office.
I am actually give you a roll.
That's fair.
This is gonna be fitness security difficulty 3 because you're gonna have to climb through a lot of decks through those different tubes to get into his office.
Yeah, 3. What are those values? I will just spend the momentum we have. Oh no, I will spend 2 of the momentum and give you a threat so I have both.
Alright.
The intelligence chief probably knew those things, but the mind behind him might not be thinking straight.
You made it. And you open up, there's a little hatch, springs open as Commander Reef is pretty much right there.
That's apparently my punishment for insisting on seeing a reef.
Sorry about that.
It happens.
Yeah, that is what you get for bursting in on a reef. But he says, Garibaldi, what are you? What?
Yeah, well, scuttlebutt, boss, is it, you got issues. Man, we've been together for a long enough time that when you lock yourself in your office, and then have Vogel put a security lockout in your office, I get worried about you, buddy. This ain't
Uh,
like you, old man.
she kind of just momentarily in shock. Arif will look at Garibaldi and say, "She put a security lock on my office."
Yeah, she did a good job too. You gotta give her a promotion. She's really watching your back. I had to climb through 7 decks of Jeffrey's tubes to get in here.
um, kind of sizing up the situation for a moment. Um, Arif will just uh, finally kind of give out a short burst of laughter, but it fades pretty quickly as he kind of just stops his pacing and sinks and leans against his desk as he says, "Well, Garibaldi, um, their Starfleet Medical has seen fit to assign a ship in this sector, and well, quite frankly, I have a history with the captain, and it isn't pleasant."
Yeah? Well, you look upset. Talk to me. Sitting in your office and stewing is not good for your mental health, and the crew's mental health is dependent upon yours.
Well, that's why I'm in here. I figured until I was in a right place, I couldn't be in a right place for them.
Mhm. What's going on? Ex-wife? Ex-girlfriend?
Just so you know, the two of you noticed Lieutenant Vogel literally staring inside the office, looking directly at you, Garibaldi.
I just smile and wave.
Um,
She's
I
probably
am
going to be
going.
mad at me later. Or
I am
now.
going to pretend to not notice and essentially act like I can't. She temporarily just doesn't exist for me. I'm gonna pretend she's not there. Um, but in response to Garibaldi's question, I'm gonna say not too old. She's barely 250. She's quite young, in fact. But
Huh.
that
You cradle
well,
robbers
yeah,
her.
there was some history there, but she's foolhardy. She's stubborn. She's Captain Peta, if you ask me.
Foolhardy, stubborn. Huh. That must be why we get along so well. You must have a type.
um, Arif is going to. That's gonna reward my intelligence chief with a small chuckle. Um, as Arif just kind of shrugs and says, "Yeah, but well, quite frankly, I can stand to be in your presence." And as he sighs deeply, the fact that they're assigned to this sector, I'm probably going to have to be dealing with her regularly.
Huh. Well, you can always assign interacting with her to your XO. She's very good at making people believe that you're busy.
So I've seen she's had quite the day. I've I have kept my eye on the goings ons. And by the way, I don't know if news has filtered to you, but it looks like the Klingons and the Vorkla will be using 17 as a trade hub. I am hoping you'll prepare an excellent reception room for their regular use.
I have the perfect room for the Klingons, sir.
Excellent. But that being said, that isn't happening today, so that can be tomorrow's problem.
How do you think the Klingons are going to react when they find out the Vorkla denied their defense pact?
They're Klingons. They're going to be pissed and they're going to bluster, and they're most likely going to fold in the long run.
Well, I'll keep my ear to the ground.
Yep.
Hey,
We're just. I've always felt that Klingons as a group, not as much to worry about as Klingons as an individual.
that works for most species. Hey, just between you and me, Commander, I've been trying to track down this kid's background. Um, ran into a roadblock getting information. And you know how hard it is for me to run into roadblocks.
Really?
But the roadblock led me down in the direction of Starfleet.
Go on.
Now, I don't know who, and it's either somebody with fairly high security clearance and encryption codes that's pretended to be Starfleet, or somehow Starfleet is involved in this mess with the kid. Because in trying to backtrack on this kid, that's when I ran up to the roadblock.
Um,
I got a bad feeling about this, so I've got a surveillance team keeping an eye on the kid.
that's good. The fact is, I would hope for the former, but experience has taught me that, well, we can't discount Starfleet's involvement. So, uh, follow up that angle, and I'll put out some feelers as well, and um, we'll we'll see if we can subtly try to find out what's going on.
I just wanted to keep you in a loop. Because you remember that ensign that got murdered? They said he tried to contact somebody at Starfleet. That data that I was trying to get a hold of. That went to somebody, and I can't track it.
Kind of pausing for a few moments to think. Arif will look at Garibaldi and say, "Don't, for your request for information. For now, let's be a little careful about this. I would try to tap your other non-official Starfleet channels and perhaps use them as your last resort."
Will do, boss. And next time you get in this mood, come find me. Don't lock yourself in your office.
Shrugging, I'll say, "I didn't know I was locked in."
I'm sure she would have opened the door for you.
I would have hoped, but it's an awfully big station and a nice one. I mean,
Serious. Seven decks of Jeffrey's tubes. I'm exhausted.
well,
Vogel's
why don't
Vogel,
you take? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was saying Vogel's a keeper as an XO.
I would tend to agree. Why don't you take the rest of the night off and on your way out, preferably through the door this time, why don't you have that XO stop in again?
Yes, sir. But I got your word on that. Next time you come talk to me rather than pout in your office, right?
No, but I'll seriously consider that you have my word on.
All right.
Progress,
At least
Mr. Garibaldi.
at least I know which Jeffrey tubes lead to your office now. Have a good night,
It
sir.
would have been more comforting if you already knew that, but
I can't know everything.
well, perhaps tonight, as some homework, you can look over the blueprints of the station.
Oh no! Next time I'm gonna write. My next task is to write myself a backdoor into all the transporter systems. And then Garibaldi just smiles innocently and walks out the door.
He'll hear as he's leaving, make that for two.
Yes, sir. Oh, hey, Vogel. Theo wants to see you, man.
Okay. Oh, Lieutenant, here, I got a updated duty shift for you.
Ah,
And I'll hand you a pad I've been working on.
yeah. I've always wanted to see the inside of the fusion reactor.
And Vogel just walk into the XO's office and chime the door.
Enter.
You wish to see me, Commander?
XO, you locked my office door.
Just one way, sir. You wish to not be bothered, so I ensured that even if I wasn't in ops, no one would bother you.
Good work. Dismissed, Lieutenant.
Looking a little confused, just be, yes, sir, and walk out.
As you get to the threshold, you'll hear, oh, and Sarah.
Sir?
You had a good day. Maybe you take the rest of the day off and enjoy it.
Thank you, sir. I will. And Vogel will walk out the doors.
With that, I think we'll end today's session.